How you doing, Jaguar Nation? This is Coach Soto. It's Motivation Monday, so hopefully you're going to be listening. It's been great reaching out to you guys. I'm having fun meeting you guys on the phone and on the Zoom meetings, so let's continue to do that and make sure that we're building our relationship the right way. But I want to motivate you a little bit with a story about a bulldog, all right? So it goes like this. There's a businessman that had two prized bird dogs. And man, he trained them up from pups, and they were the best around. Anytime he took them hunting, man, they could get on it. They could tree anything, and they could get it done. So him and his wife were sitting on his front porch, and the two bird dogs were running around the yard, and they were just having a good old time. He was throwing the ball, letting them play fetch and back and forth. And lo and behold, this little bulldog just comes waddling up the alley. And the dogs, of course, are barking at it through the fence. And the little bulldog sees a little opening underneath the fence and starts to crawl up underneath the thing. And his wife was like, "Oh, you better go stop that. Them bird dogs are going to tear it up." And the businessman turns to his wife and says, "Well, let's teach that little bulldog a lesson. Let the bird dogs get after him a little bit." So sure enough, little bulldog squeezes up underneath the fence, pops up, and the fight is on, man. Fur is flying, rah, rah, and they're just getting after it, man. Them three dogs are just tearing them up. And unfortunately, the little bulldog, he couldn't take it no more, and he went yapping and crawled right back under that fence and took off down the dang alley, whimpering and whining the whole way. Poor little guy. Well, the next day, the businessman had to go on a business trip, and he said he was going to be gone for a few days. So he tells his wife, "Take care of my bird dogs, make sure you feed him all that good stuff, and we'll see you in a couple days." And he leaves for his trip. Well, wife goes out to have her morning coffee on the porch, and lo and behold, here comes that little bulldog. And he's just waddling down the alley, looks at that little hole in the fence and claws right back under it. Whoop, there goes them bird dogs on that dog, and they after it. Man, the fur is flying, the snarls, the slobber, all of it. And sure enough, he tucks his tail, crawls right back underneath that thing, and rip, 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 all the way down the alley, and all the way down the alley. Then he comes back the next day, crawls right up under that fence, and the fight is on again. And the wife is like, "Oh my goodness, I can't take this anymore." But the dog keeps coming back. Every day, the dog comes back. Well, the businessman comes back from his business trip, and he's sitting there on the porch having that morning coffee with his wife, and the little bulldog comes walking down the alley, boom, 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 crawls up underneath the fence and just parades around the yard. Like, this is my yard. And the two bird dogs take off flying and run up underneath the porch. They don't want no more of that bird dog. He turned to his wife and said, "What did you do to my bird dogs?" She goes, "Well, it was the dangest thing. That little bulldog came every day and crawled under that fence and went into that fight. And every day the fight got a little bit longer and a little bit longer and a little bit longer. Until one day, the bird dogs just decided, no, I'm going to go back underneath that porch. I don't want to do this anymore. This is too hard." And that's when he started eating out of their food pail, and he started drinking out of their water pail, and he started parading around that yard like it was his. So here's the moral to the story. You want to be those bird dogs, or you want to be that bulldog? The bulldog kept coming after it day after day, as hard as it was, until he finally conquered it. What are you doing every day? Are you working out every day and going after it harder than you did the day before? Are you making yourself better on a daily basis? Are you okay with crawling under that fence and making yourself hurt and doing the things that you're going to need to do to be a great football team next year? What are you getting good at? Are you getting good at being lazy? Or are you getting good at working out? We need you strong and ready to go when we start this thing back up, because we're going to hit the ground running, boys. I need you to be the bulldog. You have a great week. I'll be motivating you as much as I can. We'll be talking on Zoom. We'll be talking on emails and phone calls. Make sure you reach out to your buddies. Make sure they're doing their workout the way they're supposed to be doing it. All right? We'll talk to you later.